Welcome to Complex Sales Decoded. I'm your host, Meredith Chandler. This show is for sellers and sales leaders who are navigating long, non-linear buying cycles and want to stop guessing and start closing. We're kicking off our multi-threading series with a simple idea most sellers miss: executive involvement and why it shouldn't start at the approval stage. So today we're going to cover why executive touch points matter and how to reach out in a way that builds visibility without overstepping. Now, I'm not sure where this urban myth started that you need executive approval to reach out to them, or that it's going to be negatively considered as going over somebody's head. The truth is, you likely need executive approval to get your deal done. So the earlier you can get those execs looped in, the better. I bet if I were to poll the audience right now on how many times their exec responded to them saying, "How dare you go over my team's head," it would probably be close to none. So let's go ahead and kill that urban myth right here and now. So there's a few different ways we can do this. And the first one is you can either directly pull them into your group communications or you can reach out to them individually on the side. The key here, though, is to update them to get your name on their radar, but not actually ask them anything in return. Imagine you're an exec and your inbox is probably flooded with a million, "Hey, can I get 20 minutes from you?" emails. Most execs don't have an extra 20 minutes even for their own team. You think they have an extra 20 for you, random AE that they don't even know? No, an exec comes in at the final mile and at the final mile only. So here's how you can write your outreach. "Hi, Gretchen. I'm working closely with Todd on your team. He's doing a great job evaluating a line for X company. Now, I know you weren't able to join us on today's call, so here's what we covered. Boom, boom, boom. No ask, just keeping you up to speed. Let me know if you have any questions, and we'll catch you on the next one." Notice here that there's no ask, right? If you want to be more personable, maybe send them a LinkedIn request. "Hi, Gretchen. No, we haven't met yet, but I've been working closely with Todd to evaluate a line for X company. We've been focused on Y initiative, and I look forward to sharing more on our upcoming call on the 12th. If you can't make it, no worries. I'll send you a recap here and keep you in the loop." Again, you're not asking them for anything. You're simply informing them, keeping them aligned, if you will. By doing so, you're going to be viewed as a proactive rep and not one of the other 99 people asking them for things before even meeting them. So you're going to already set yourself apart from most other sales cycles or most other vendors. And so with that, the likelihood of them responding or even hopping on your call is going to skyrocket. Even if they never reply to you, which chances are high, your name and maybe even your face, if you went ahead and send them that LinkedIn, are now on their radar. So when your champion eventually does bring your eval to them, they're not going to be scratching their head thinking, "Who? What?" So this same move actually worked in my favor last week. And I can honestly say not once did I think, "Oh my gosh, they're going over my head. What am I going to do?" What happened was a vendor I'm actively evaluating reached out to Gal. And I haven't involved him yet, naturally, because it's still very early stage. But what happened was he forwarded me the message immediately, and then we discussed it in our very next one on one. Now, I wasn't planning on bringing it up for 3 more weeks or so, but I'm glad that he did because, shocker, he has very different success criteria than me for this tool. So, knowing that and learning that information from him, I was then able to go back to our AE and entirely shift the focus of our eval to what Gal is ultimately going to sign off on. Doing that probably saved us from a month of selling to what maybe isn't the right use case. If I had kept going down my route, I would have presented to Gal only for him to still ask me, "Okay, this is great, but how does it solve my priorities?" This is the power of executive involvement early. It can shave weeks off your sales cycle and it gets you closer alignment between all of your stakeholders. Not only that, but you're going to set yourself apart from all of your competition. Imagine again all of those AEs blowing off somebody's inbox, asking for time, having never met them. So, all of these factors are only going to benefit you. So, again, let's throw out the idea of going over somebody's head out the window. In the next episode, we're going to talk about what actually makes a good champion and how to identify them. If you want playbooks, guides, and tips to accompany these episodes, be sure to click the link in the description. Thanks for listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Complex Sales Decoded on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen. This show is brought to you by Aligned. In enterprise sales, simple doesn't exist. So Aligned built the AI Deal Workspace to handle the complexity. Aligned helps you close large, multi-stakeholder deals by moving them out of messy email threads and into a single, branded workspace. Use Aligned to develop champions with mutual action plans and use real-time engagement signals to keep your deals from stalling out. Build your first room for free at alignedup.com.